Hello everybody! I'm Sofiia, one of the main members of the Pixoguías team. I'm from Ukraine and today I will be your English teacher. In this video, we will review around 100 exercises. These exercises are very similar to the ones you will find in your EXANI test from CENEVAL. Rodrigo will explain each question in detail and I will tell you the most important topics you should study for this part of the exam. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the Pixoguías channel by clicking the subscribe button. If you're interested in any of our study guides, feel free to contact us via WhatsApp or visit our online store by clicking any of the links in the video description. We have all the guides you need for this important test. Now, let's talk about the English section in EXANI. As you may know, CENEVAL actually shares the official topics for every subject and sub-area in their free downloadable guides. However, for the English section, they don't do that. English is actually a part of a special section in the EXANI test. It won't count to your final score, but that doesn't mean it's not important. Having English skills can help you get a better job, better future, and a better life. For example, I work with Pixoguías thanks to my English skills, and I'm really happy about that. So here are the suggested topics you should study for the English section in EXANI. Approximate level for this is A2, B1 in the Common European Framework for Reference for Languages. So the first one is reading comprehension, then we have vocabulary and language use, grammar and sentence structure, error detection and correction, communicative functions, and listening. It was a pleasure for me to explain this to you, and now Rodrigo will show you how to solve 100 exercises, just like the ones you might see on your real EXANI test. Good luck!
Muy bien, tal como comentó Sofiia previamente en este video, los reactivos del módulo de inglés como lengua extranjera no cuentan para el puntaje final del examen global EXANI III, pero no significa que no sea importante. En este momento vamos a empezar a ver cómo son los reactivos, vamos a iniciar con una lectura extensa porque justamente así son en el examen y posteriormente vamos a ver reactivos un poquito más ágiles para que puedas ver exactamente qué es lo que te pueden preguntar, sobre todo de gramática, de ortografía, de conexiones, etc. Entonces, esta es la única lectura de este video que va a ser un poco extensa, pero presta mucha atención en cómo es la estructura, porque tal como puedes ver aquí, te van a poner varios de los párrafos y un corchete con un número para que tú lo puedas identificar fácilmente y de ahí te van a hacer algunas preguntas. Puede ser que sea más extensa la lectura de tu examen o menos extensa, pero definitivamente no van a ser tantas lecturas. Va a ser más o menos como lo que vas a ver en este video. Entonces vamos a leerlo en inglés. Ten en cuenta que conforme vayamos avanzando en este video, en la parte superior de cada reactivo vas a poder ver el tema y la subárea propuesta por Sofiia del cual se trata el reactivo y vamos a ver también la justificación de dicho reactivo y la explicación. Entonces, iniciamos. Vamos a comentarlo en inglés para que lo vayamos leyendo juntos y puedas darte una idea de cómo es que son estas lecturas. Dice así: Why some desert plants thrive in extreme drought conditions. In the harshest deserts of the world, where annual rainfall barely reaches double digits and temperatures soar above 45 degrees, a select group of plant species not only survive, they thrive. Scientists have long been intrigued by how certain desert plants manage to maintain photosynthesis, reproduction, and even growth under prolonged drought conditions that would kill most vegetation. 2. One of the most studied adaptations is a specialized form of photosynthesis called crassulacean acid metabolism (CAM). Unlike traditional photosynthesis, CAM allows plants to open their stomata at night rather than during the day. This reduces water loss significantly, enabling the plant to retain moisture even under searing sunlight. 3. But CAM is not the only strategy. Desert flora also employ structural adaptations. Succulents, for example, store water in their tissues, creating internal reservoirs. Other plants develop thick, waxy cuticles and reduced leaf surfaces to minimize evaporation. Some even have spines instead of leaves, not for defense, but to prevent moisture loss. Entonces, bueno, más o menos viene así. Vamos a leer los párrafos del 4 al 7 y posteriormente el 8 y vamos a ver cómo es que nos preguntan. Como puedes ver aquí, la explicación se da posteriormente. Entonces, más o menos de lo que se nos está hablando ahorita es de un tipo especial de plantas que tienen una forma especial de fotosíntesis que les permite adaptarse, y aquí nos ponen algunos ejemplos como el de las suculentas. Beneath the surface, root systems play a crucial role. Certain species grow deep taproots that reach underground water tables, while others spread extensive shallow roots to quickly absorb surface moisture from rare rainfalls. These roots can respond within minutes of water detection, a phenomenon still under investigation. More surprising, however, is the symbiotic relationship that some desert plants maintain with microorganisms in the soil. These microbes enhance the plant's ability to absorb nutrients and water by breaking down organic material. In return, the plant offers carbohydrates produced via photosynthesis, a trait that proves vital during long dry spells. 6. Another advantage is seed dormancy. Many desert plants produce seeds that can remain dormant for years, waiting for just the right amount of rainfall. Once conditions are favorable, they germinate rapidly, bloom, reproduce, and return to dormancy, sometimes all within a single week. 7. These combined adaptations have led to what researchers call resilience by design, an evolutionary toolkit shaped over millennia. Some argue that these plants could inform agricultural practices in regions facing desertification due to climate change. Y finalmente vamos a ver el párrafo 8. 8. While not all desert species possesses every adaptation listed, the remarkable diversity of mechanisms shows how life finds a way, even under the most unforgiving conditions. As global droughts become more frequent, these plants may hold the key to developing future crops that require less water and are more climate resilient. Y bueno, pues prácticamente aquí un ejemplo de lo que se nos está indicando. What is the main purpose of the text? ¿Cuál es el propósito principal u objetivo del texto? Vamos a ver en inglés. A. To compare various desert ecosystems. B. To explain how desert plants adapt to extreme drought. Or C. To argue against traditional farming in arid zones. En este caso la respuesta es la B y dice que the entire passage focuses on various adaptations, physiological, structural, and ecological, that desert plants have developed to survive extreme drought. The goal is informative, not comparative or argumentative. Question 2. What does the author suggest in paragraph 5? Eso es lo que te comentaba, que es muy importante porque justamente eso te va a ayudar a saber lo que te van a preguntar y a identificarlo rápido. Entonces prácticamente tendrías que volver a leer el párrafo rápidamente. Recuerda que estás contra reloj porque es en el examen. Entonces nos están preguntando, What does the author suggest in paragraph 5? Ok, tendremos que leerlo otra vez, pero prácticamente nos dice que, mayor sorprendentemente, aunque pues sí existe una relación simbiótica con algunas plantas del desierto, con algunos microorganismos del suelo, esos microbios potencian la habilidad de la planta para absorber nutrientes y agua de, material orgánico que está en descomposición. Y a cambio la planta ofrece carbohidratos producidos por la vía de la fotosíntesis que intercambia y prueba que, eso justamente puede obtenerse durante las épocas de sequía. Entonces vamos a ver cómo sería. A. Microorganisms harm desert plants during droughts. B. Soil microbes depend entirely on plant photosynthesis. Or C. Plant-microbe relationships improve survival chances. Answer C. Explanation is Paragraph 5 highlights a mutualistic relationship between plants and microbes. The phrase, a trait that proves vital during long dry spells, implies that this interaction helps plants survive drought. 3. Which sentence best summarizes paragraph 3? Entonces tenemos que regresar y vamos a ver qué es lo que dice. Bueno, nos habla de que el CAM o este tipo de metabolismo no es la única estrategia, sino que tienen otras adaptaciones, como las suculentas que retienen agua en sus tejidos y tienen reservas internas. Otras plantas, por ejemplo, desarrollan algunas cutículas gruesas, oleosas, y reducen la superficie de las hojas para minimizar la evaporación. Algunas de estas tienen espinas en vez de hojas y no son para defensa, sino para prevenir pues justamente la pérdida del tejido. Entonces vamos otra vez a la 3. Which sentence best summarizes paragraph 3? A. Some desert plants grow spines to absorb water. B. Structural changes help reduce water loss. C. Wax helps trap sunlight in cold climates. En este caso la respuesta es la B y dice justamente lo que ya hemos comentado. Vamos a irnos un poquito más rápido. Puedes regresar a la lectura cuando tú quieras, simplemente vamos a ver cómo son las preguntas y de todas formas la justificación viene después. In paragraph 2, what is the function of the stomata opening at night? A. It allows plants to attract pollinators. B. It helps reduce water evaporation. Or C. It increases sunlight absorption. Correct answer B. Justification. CAM photosynthesis is explained as a strategy where plants open their stomata at night instead of during the day, which reduces water loss due to lower night temperatures. This mechanism helps plants retain moisture in arid environments. 5. The phrase resilience by design in paragraph 7 suggests A. Genetic engineering in desert labs. B. Artificial watering systems. Or C. Evolutionary traits that ensure survival. Correct answer C. Justifications. The phrase resilience by design refers to natural evolutionary adaptations that allow desert plants to survive over long periods. It does not relate to human-made or artificial systems, but rather nature's gradual design. 6. What does the word dormant, paragraph 6, most likely mean? Entonces vamos a regresar más o menos a ese párrafo para ver qué dice. Vamos a buscar, justamente viene aquí, remain dormant y return of dormancy. Entonces vamos a la pregunta y vamos a ver qué es lo que viene. Ok, ¿a qué se refiere? A. Floating. B. Inactive. C. Moist. Answer B. The word dormant is used in the context of seeds waiting for rain. The text says seeds can remain dormant for years and later germinate quickly. This implies that seeds are inactive during that waiting period. 7. Which of the following is an example of a shallow root strategy? A. A plant accessing underground water tables. B. A cactus storing water in its stem. Or C. A root system that absorbs brief surface moisture. Correct answer C. Explanation. The passage explains that some desert plants have shallow, widespread root systems that absorb water quickly from light rainfall. Option C reflects this specific strategy, while the others refer to different types of adaptation. 8. The pronoun this in paragraph 8 refers to A. Researchers in desert regions. B. Climate conditions in the desert. Or C. Adaptations found in desert plants. Correct answer C. Adaptations found in desert plants. The sentence says, these plants may hold the key, right after describing adaptations like CAM, dormancy and symbiotic relationships. This refers to the various adaptive features found in desert plants. 9. According to the text, why might desert plants be relevant to future agriculture? A. They grow faster than other plants. B. They contain more vitamins. Or C. They inspire techniques to manage low water crops. Answer C. Paragraph 7 discusses how desert-plant adaptations can inform agricultural practices in regions suffering from desertification. This makes them useful models for designing crops that require less water. 10. What is implied about CAM photosynthesis? A. It requires more sunlight than traditional photosynthesis. B. It allows plants to produce oxygen at night. Or C. It reduces water loss in hot climates. Answer C. The explanation of CAM photosynthesis highlights its ability to reduce water loss by opening stomata at night. This adaptation is especially helpful in hot climates where daytime water loss would be significant. Muy bien, ya que hemos terminado la primera lectura, vamos a enfocarnos en la segunda lectura, que es un poco más corta, como puedes ver solo son 5 párrafos, menos preguntas, y en una tercera lectura, que es incluso más corta, para posteriormente empezar a ver ya reactivos de ortografía, gramática, verbos, conjugación, etc., que obviamente te pueden preguntar en tu examen. Ahora, justamente esto de inglés no lo veas solamente por el examen, sino para lo que te puede ayudar el hecho de que tengas una buena calificación aquí. Como sabes, el inglés te puede abrir la puerta a muchas cosas en el mundo. Muy bien, entonces iniciamos con esta lectura. Dice así: How tea became a symbol of harmony in East Asia. Although tea is consumed worldwide, its cultural significance is perhaps most deeply rooted in East Asia. In countries like China, Japan and Korea, tea is not merely a beverage. It represents balance, mindfulness and respect, values embedded in centuries-old traditions. 2. The origins of tea drinking are traced back to ancient China, where it was initially used for medicinal purposes. Over time, tea evolved into a daily ritual and eventually became an integral part of Chinese philosophy and social life. Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism all incorporate tea as a medium for meditation and reflection. 3. Japan, influenced by China, developed its own distinctive tea culture during the 9th century. The Japanese tea ceremony, known as Chanoyu, is a highly ritualized practice that emphasizes aesthetics, discipline, and spiritual simplicity. Every gesture, from how the tea is poured to how the bowl is held, reflects a deeper message of respect and inner peace. 4. In Korea, tea culture also has spiritual undertones. During the Goryeo and Joseon dynasty, tea was offered in ancestral rites, linking the act of drinking tea with familial devotion and remembrance. While less formalized than the Japanese tradition, Korean tea ceremonies still convey humility and connection. 5. Today, modern East Asians may not practice elaborate tea rituals in their daily lives, but the cultural symbolism remains strong. Whether served during business, meetings or family gatherings, tea continues to embody values such as harmony, patience, and interpersonal respect, a legacy passed through the generations. Ok, entonces prácticamente pues es una lectura más sencilla que la primera que vimos. Aquí pues está representado el té de estas culturas de Asia. Aquí un pequeño bonsai. Y bueno, nos preguntan, ¿cuál es la idea principal del texto? Esto es una de las preguntas que casi siempre te van a hacer. Vamos a leerlas en inglés. What is the main idea of the text? A. Tea is considered a medical remedy in East Asia. B. Tea plays an important cultural and spiritual role in East Asia. Or C. East Asian countries produce more tea than the West. Answer B. The third passage focuses on the symbolic and spiritual importance of tea in East Asian cultures. The emphasis is on tradition and meaning, not production or medical use. 2. According to the text, what do East Asian tea traditions commonly emphasize? A. Speed and efficiency. B. Wealth and power. C. Mindfulness and respect. Answer C. Explanation. Each paragraph highlights themes like balance, humility, discipline, meditation, and spiritual simplicity, all tied to mindfulness and respect. 3. What is the main difference between Japanese and Korean tea traditions according to the text? A. Japan uses powdered tea while Korea uses leaves. B. Korean tea rituals are less formalized than Japanese ones. Or C. Japanese ceremonies involve more food. Answer B. The paragraph 4 states that Korean tea rituals are less formalized compared to Japan's structure Chanoyu, although they still convey humility and connection. 4. The word understones in paragraph 4 is closest in meaning to A. Decorations, B. Instruments, C. Hidden meanings. Answer C. Hidden meanings. Spiritual undertones implies subtle or implicit meanings. It refers to the underlying spiritual values present in Korean tea practices, not literal sounds or visuals. 5. Number 5. What is implied about modern East Asian tea habits? A. Traditional ceremonies are mandatory. B. Most people avoid drinking tea now. Or C. Tea remains culturally significant despite fewer rituals. Correct answer C. Paragraph 5 notes that although formal rituals are rare today, the symbolism and cultural meaning of tea remain alive in daily life. Muy bien, entonces ya revisamos la segunda lectura, que fue un poquito más corta, mucho menos preguntas que la primera, pero prácticamente de esta forma es como te van a preguntar en el examen y te van a venir 3 opciones de respuesta. No es muy difícil, como puedes ver, no son preguntas extensas, no son preguntas difíciles, pero pues más vale que vayas preparado. Entonces esta es una lectura incluso más sencilla y vamos a revisarla. También te pueden venir así. Vamos a leerla. Dice así: Understanding de el niño phenomenon. Entendiendo el fenómeno del niño. Fill in the blanks with the most appropriate word or phrase. The El Niño phenomenon is a complex climatic event that occurs every few years in the Pacific Ocean. It is characterized by a significant warming of the ocean surface temperatures near the equator, particularly off the coast of South America. This warming has global consequences, extreme weather patterns in various parts of the world. During an El Niño year, trade winds that usually blow westward across the Pacific weaken or even reverse. This allows warm water to spread eastward. 2. Changes in atmospheric pressure and circulation. As a result, countries like Peru and Ecuador may experience heavy rainfall and flooding, while regions like Southwest Asia and Australia often face drought conditions. Scientists monitor sea surface temperatures and wind patterns to predict the degree and intensity of El Niño events. Accurate forecasting is crucial because of the phenomenon's impact on agriculture, fishing industries, and even the global economy. Although the exact causes of El Niño are still being studied, researchers agree that understanding it better could help for the effects of climate-related disasters and improve long-term planning. 1. This warming has global consequences, space, extreme weather patterns in various parts of the world. Ok, entonces prácticamente este es un reactivo de completamiento. Por eso dice al inicio, fill in the blank. O sea, blank es justamente esto. Entonces, ¿qué respuesta sería? A. Caused by, resulting in, or relying on. Answer B. Resulting in. Justification. The phrase has global consequences introduces an effect. Resulting in correctly links the warming to the extreme weather that follows. The other options are grammatically or logically incorrect in this context. 2. This allows warm water to spread eastward. Changes in atmospheric pressure and circulation. 2. Resulting in, focusing on, giving away. Answer A. Resulting in. Again, we're describing a cause-effect sequence. The warm water causes changes in pressure, so resulting in is the most appropriate connector. 3. Scientists monitor sea surface temperatures and wind pattern to predict the space and intensity of El Niño events. Growth, arrival, or extinction. Answer B. Arrival. Justification. Scientists are trying to determine when El Niño will begin and how strong it will be. Arrival and intensity makes perfect sense. The other choices do not fit the collocation. 4. Researchers agree that understanding it better could help space the effects of climate-related disasters. A. Postpone. B. Ignore. C. Reduce. Answer C. Reduce. Explanation is that the sentence refers to minimizing the negative impact of disasters. Reduce is the only word that fits both grammatically and semantically. 4. Researchers agree that understanding it better could help space the effects of climate-related disasters. Postpone, ignore, reduce. Answer C. Reduce. Muy bien, pues hemos terminado los reactivos de comprensión lectora, de cómo te pueden venir las lecturas. Como puedes ver, pueden venir largas, pueden venir un poco extensas, algunas un poco más cortas. Varía un poquito el formato. Por ejemplo, pudiste ver que aquí hubo más bien la acotación de los párrafos con los números adentro de un corchete para que tú puedas investigar o puedas regresarte a la lectura una vez que te hayan hecho las preguntas. Sin embargo, pues ten en cuenta que las lecturas no son tan extensas en el examen. Puede ser que una que otra sí, pero en general van a ser más o menos como la del té, como símbolo de armonía en Asia del Este, o como la del fenómeno del niño. Bueno, sin más, vamos a pasar ahora a resolver 100 ejemplos de reactivos como los que te podrían venir que no son de lectura.
¿Cuáles son los precios y cómo recibir una guía? Los precios de las diferentes guías podrás visualizarlos en la descripción de este video. Allí podrás encontrar el enlace a la tienda en línea de la guía de tu interés. Además de los precios, encontrarás las características y diferencias entre cada una de ellas, formas de pago y tiempo de envío, el cual es generalmente inmediato tu correo electrónico, siempre y cuando nos envíes tu comprobante vía WhatsApp o fanpage de Facebook. Puedes hacer tu pago en nuestra tienda en línea a través de tarjeta de débito, tarjeta de crédito o PayPal las 24 horas. No es necesario crear una cuenta. O si lo prefieres, puedes hacer tu pago a través de depósito bancario de 8 de la mañana a 4 o 5 de la tarde, dependiendo del banco, pago en Practicajas las 24 horas del día o depósito en tienda de conveniencia, Oxxo o 7-Eleven, de 8 de la mañana a 8 de la noche. Si lo prefieres, puedes realizar transferencia interbancaria a cualquier hora. Pixoguías está disponible las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana, sin importar si es un día festivo o es madrugada.